The fuck was I going to talk about this week? Oh, guess what I did this week? Oh, freckle-faced Bill, guess what I did? You know how a year ago I rode a fucking motorcycle or whatever? I went dirt bike riding. I actually took a motorcycle safety course. It was a day and a half. And I got to tell you, man, it was fucking exhilarating and terrifying. So I passed the class somehow. I don't think I should have. I was doing my little U-turns. I had to put my little foot down there. No, it was a great fucking time. So basically how it worked was you rode for like 4 hours and then you had a class. And I realized how spoiled I am as a fucking human being. You know, just having the life that I have where I don't have a boss and I basically do whatever the fuck I want. I have not been in a classroom. And I just immediately, I just takes me back to why I chose the route I chose. I just never liked the classroom situation. But this was actually a great time. But I just immediately had anxiety. And I'm like half paying attention. And then in the end, they're like, okay, now we're going to do the test. And I went right back to when I was like in 8th grade. Like, oh, God, I'm going to fail this. And the guy's like, no one has ever failed this. And you're like, oh, good, pressure. I'm a moron. We're sitting there at the table and everybody's fucking finishing before. There was like, I don't know, 40 people in the class. I think I finished 37th as far as completing the test. I don't know, this is 50 questions. I got 4 wrong. I think something like that. I don't fucking know. But somehow I passed. And but it was funny. I've never flip-flopped so much in my life on a decision. I was thinking, am I going to get a bike? Should I just get a dirt bike? Should I just know how to do this? And then, you know, I just want to learn how to ride a motorcycle. You know, I grew up in the 80s, all right? I watched a lot of action movies, and one of the things that I always was envious of the action heroes, aside from their oiled-up fucking 80s lifting weights, no squats ever bodies, was the fact that no matter what vehicle they approached, not only were the keys always in it, they knew how to drive it. They knew how to drive everything from a dump truck to a fucking helicopter, airplane. They could sail. They could fucking do anything. So, you know, it's coming up where, you know, we got to raise the debt ceiling again. Eventually, the wave's going to hit the beach. And there's going to be a period where you could quite possibly be getting chased down the street by an angry fucking mob as just everything goes to shit. You know? So at that point, it would be nice if you had the ability to whatever escape vehicle you ran into, you could actually just jump in and just be all right with it. Right? Sylvester Stallone, fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, Steven Seagal, Chuck Norris, they never, and I challenge you to find anything that they fucking ran up to in any of those movies that they did not. Jet ski, fucking motorboat, sailboat, submarine, combine, helicopter, fucking plane with only can land on water, those skis, or the tires, doesn't make a difference. They could instrument rated, everything. Everything. They could be on a fucking plane, a commercial airline, and somehow kill the person next to them, put a hat over their face without anybody noticing, crawl down into where the luggage is, and then jump off the landing gear and do a fucking mosh at the end of the runway. They were unstoppable. So, I've added motorcycle. All right? I could drive a car, stick, or regular, and now I can drive a motorcycle. I'm just checking off the list. I have a day and a half of experience. No, it was actually really fascinating, and it made me a better driver, and I actually have much more appreciation of the skill it takes to ride a motorcycle. It's not like a car. Yeah, no shit, Bill. No, but just shit that you wouldn't think. Like, I didn't understand all that went into just going around a turn on a motorcycle, and how not only do you not hit the brake, but if you hit the brake, you're actually gonna, you know, you're gonna crash. You got to look through the whole turn, judge your speed, and then fucking power your way through it. Pretty intense. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to act like I was, I got this. This is easy. Then we go into the class and like, has anybody seen it? And I'm getting excited. Like, wow, I just rode a bike for 4 hours. I got it up to third gear, downshifting. This is fucking great. And then I went into the class, and one of the things, the group discussion, there was like, anybody ever see a motorcycle accident or been in a motorcycle accident? And like fucking almost everybody, or at least half the class, puts their hands up, and they start telling stories. And this one guy was like a paramedic, and he's going like, yeah, I saw this guy was going like 90, hit a car head on, and his heart came out of his chest. He had like all these stories. And I was sitting there, I'm like laughing to myself, go, what the fuck am I signing up for here? This is insane. And then like the guy who was teaching the class, who looked like he was born on a motorcycle and was fucking, rode the same way, was, obviously he's the instructor, he's fucking great at riding bikes. He even had a story of a couple months ago. Yeah, I hit some sand, and I was next thing you know, I'm going over the fucking handlebars, and I'm like, keep my body relaxed. And all I'm thinking in my head is like, dude, you went down? You went down. Right? This guy, I'm telling you, just looked like he was just made to ride a fucking... You just had that. I ride a motorcycle look, as opposed to me, who looks like some douche who goes to take a safety course. And I'm just thinking, this guy went down. This guy's an EMT talking about people's hearts coming out of their chest. I'm just like, what? This is fucking stupid. So, I don't know where I'm at. I think I'm just going to maybe just ride on dirt is what I'll do. You can't fucking ride a bike out here in LA. You know what it is? I'm old enough to know it's fucking stupid. So I think if I'm gonna do it, I'd just get like a dirt bike and I'd put it in the back of my truck, drive out of the city, and all the people texting, get to where the trail is, and then just ride around on dirt. Now I know all you cunts are gonna be like, actually, most of the fatalities happen off road. People not paying attention. I know. I understand there's risk with everything, but I don't know. I think it's a good thing that I waited till I was 45 to learn how to ride a motorcycle. Because if I was 21, and I wouldn't give a shit. It's not going to happen to me. That's not going to happen to me. Like, you get older, and by the time you're my age, shit has happened to you or some close friends. So you're kind of like, that could happen to me. Kind of like my heart in my chest on this side of my rib cage. But I got to tell you, though, I definitely got the bug, and it's the most fucking fun. By the second day, I was actually getting frustrated because I was thinking, like, I just want to take this out on the street. I'm sick of speeding up and slowing down. I just want to drive this fucking thing, and I don't know. Don't worry, I'm not going to go out and do that. I'm not going to do that dumb shit. This is exactly what a lot of people do when they finally get to where they want to be in life, which is where I feel I am, selling tickets as a comic, get some acting gigs every once in a while. You got a little free time. What do? You pull a John Denver. You go out and get a pilot's license. You fly some experimental aircraft, and next thing you know, in the news today, singer-songwriter, right? So that's definitely in the back of my head, but I don't know. I don't think Nia's going to let me get one anyways, to be honest with you. And that's probably a good thing. But you know what she did when she was saying no? She did the classic thing. Like, why do you want to, have all these toys? What is it with guys and have, you have your, and like, what do I have? I go, I got my truck. She goes, you got your guitars. And it's like, you're upset with me because I'm enjoying life? And she's like, no, I think she just doesn't want me to get one. So she tried to do that stupid argument that the motorcycle was this extension. Like, it's like your dick. Like, you guys like it's between their legs and they're riding this thing down the street. It's just like, I don't know what the fuck that is about. When I was riding for the last 2 days, at no point was I thinking about my dick other than thinking, like, I hope I don't fall off and when I'm going fast enough that I get road rash on my dick. That would be the only thing. Other than that, you know what I wish? I wish she took the class with me. That's what I was actually thinking. It'd be great if she took the fucking class with me and she would just see how much fun it is. It's fun. I don't fucking know. So I got the bug now. I got the bug, and I was looking at motorcycles all last night. So I was telling her, I said, look, all I want to do, I'm just going to get like the Honda Rebel. It's a fucking 250. That's exactly what I should get when I start out. If I get something else, I'll kill myself. And she starts, looking up those stupid Ducatis, which were cool about up until 6 months ago. And now every douchebag out there has them. Like, everybody seems to have one of those fucking things. So, I don't know. And I looked at the new Harleys, and I don't like them. I think they're ugly. They kind of lost their way. They used to look meaner. So I'm just going to, if I'm going to get one, I'm either going to get a dirt bike or I'm going to get this little fucking 250. I think the speedometer only goes up to like 70 or 80. I don't know. Tell me, what do you guys think? This is going to be one of those extreme conversations. And believe me, I've heard all the things. Get a motorcycle, you might as well buy the coffin to go with it. It's not a helmet, it's a brain bucket. I've heard all of that shit. I don't know. Just it does seem like a lot of fun, right? If I get one, I'm going to be one of those douchebags who gets like a little 250, and I'll have like all the gear on. I'll be dressed like Ulf Samuelson if he ever rode a motorcycle, like completely overprotected, fucking RoboCop suit on, and I just ride around my neighborhood, never get out of second gear. Anyway, so that's what the fuck I did with my week. But it's good to know, though, if I ever get chased by a bunch of people with hatchets down the street and I happen upon a fucking motorcycle and there's a little key there, provided it's not an old one with the throttles on the other side or the shifter or whatever the fuck it is, I'll be able to escape. All right, I know what the fuck I'm talking about.